going on, my recovery family? Back with another episode of the podcast. This one I really enjoyed. I absolutely love this woman. We had fun, but shit, it was just like another day sitting at the counter while she was working. It was great. I hope you all enjoy and walk away with something. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet. You do not want to miss all this experience, strength, and hope. Love y'all. Peace. What is up, my recovery family, and welcome to the Strictly Recovery Podcast, where we bring you people that share their experience, strength, and hope with you. And today we have a lovely lady. I call her the Club Mama. Miss Angie here, great lady. She's like one of the top people at the club. She does everything around here, and I really look up to her. She's like a mother to me. So, yeah, I'm going to pass it over to her and let her tell her story. Thank you, Angie, for being here.
Thank you so much, Mike, for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. And you can just start wherever you
Okay, well, I guess I start off by saying my name is Angie, and I am a cross addicted alcoholic.
want. Well, hello, Angie.
um, I was fortunate enough to uh, get sober on January 20th, 1990. Um, my story is pretty much like everybody else's. Uh, it was bad, it sucked, I damn near died, and I made it here. So, and we all know how that goes.
I'm sorry, I'm not too good with math. How many years is it?
If I live long enough, it'll be 35 years in
35.
January.
Sorry.
So, no worries. I've been very fortunate. It's sobriety, recovery has been a very good life for me. Um, it's so hard to know where to start. Because I really don't want to go into war stories. We all have, we all have been there and done that.
That's where it usually goes to.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be like a war story thing. I want it to be, oh my God, we're here and life is good. And if we just work the program one day at a time, things get better, and they really do.
I'll tell you what I want to hear. How you do all this with your cancer going on, and all your health stuff, and all this stuff you do up here. Like, how do you do it?
I do service work because service work keeps you sober. And I learned from my sponsor long ago, and grand sponsors, and all of the people who have, unfortunately, we don't have anymore, but they all died sober, which is awesome. And I plan to do that myself. They taught me that by giving of yourself, helping others, you will stay sober and your life gets better. And it's true. I do what I do up here because I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in recovery. I'm grateful for the life that I've had and that I do have. And it took me getting sick to finally get the third step, because there's nothing I could do about it. And it's just work your steps, man. You can't, God can. Let Him control it. It's okay to have plans. We just can't plan the outcomes of it. And that's where we get screwed up. Because we're just envisioning all this stuff, and and it never works out. Just like all the bad things you think. Like, I'm one of those ones that, oh my God, for worst case scenario. And it never is that bad.
I do that all the time. See, like for me, I guess it's so early in recovery, I guess, but I get overwhelmed. Like I do all these meetings, you see it.
Yeah.
Half the time I'm at the meeting, I'm upset because I got to do it all the time because no one will step up and do it. Half the time I'm mad. So.
But if you just let that go, and remember you're doing this not only for yourself, because that's number one. but you're doing it for your brothers and sisters in the program. If you do it with love, you're not mad.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
It's the little things, I guess, I like it to me, but
Well, they do me too.
then,
But I just turn it over and say, okay, here you go, God. I can't deal with this, or I'm gonna hurt somebody, and I don't want to be that person anymore. And when I think about it, I'm not that person. I am a totally different person than what I was when I got here,
oh, I believe it.
and I am so grateful for that because I was a mean person.
I can't see it.
I was a selfish person and a very angry person. I would whoop your butt. Just you looked at me funny and I'd punch you in the face. And I'm not like that anymore because when I look at you, I see my brother.
That's
You
awesome.
know,
So,
and how can I help my brother today?
right. Yeah, that's what it's all about,
Yeah,
honestly. And, like, how long have you been doing this? Like, when did you start, what should I say? When did you get on the board, I should say?
I got on the board probably about well, I was a year sober. They appointed me to the board, and I was scared to death. And I was on for 4 or 5 years, and then I took a break, and then I decided to run for vice chairman, and lo and behold, I won that. And I did vice chairman for 5 or 6 years under different chairmans.
I didn't know
And
that. That's new to me.
oh, I've done everything but chairman and treasurer because I do not have a head for math. But kind of done the chairman too because, some of our chairmen, you have to sit there and tell them what to
Yeah.
do like I do now.
Yes,
And that's okay
but
because I have some knowledge. And unlike the rest of them, I actually read the bylaws and
right.
study it,
Yeah, you
and
know.
so I can do the right
Yeah.
thing. And then I don't know, about 5, 6 years ago, they asked me to do the secretary thing again because I knew how to do it. And the lady that we had, her mind, she got the dementia, but she was wonderful. She was a chairman. She was a manager for many years. It just, her mind started going, and I think she had dang near 50 years before she passed away. And so I took over for that and straightened out the mess that we had. And I've been doing that ever since. And now I'm trying to train other people
Get some
to
new
take
blood in
over
here.
from me.
And as you know, I was on the board
Yes.
that one time, but it was just too
And you
much.
did fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I gotta deal with getting
You?
overwhelmed so much.
You got to deal with you.
Yeah.
See, we need to go through the steps at least one time. Do that first scary 4 step and get all that crap out of you. Share it with a sponsor or a priest or whatever you got to do and get rid of it. Take that little piece of paper or 50 pieces of paper and burn that crap, and get it out of you. Start to learn. Like I do a 4 step every year in January for my anniversary.
That's awesome.
And if I have to, we have our 10th step to kind of daily inventory. If people make me mad or they make me feel a certain way, I try to step back and say, why does it make me feel this way? What in my past or present or whatever is triggering my dislike or whatever it is that I have towards someone? And then I get rid of it. And it helps
Throw that
me.
shit away.
Yeah, it shows me where I need to make amends. It shows me, what I have to do to clean my side of the street. And like right now, I'm very much at peace, Mike. I know that I'm going to die, and I'm okay with it because it's in my higher power's hands. And I have done everything in my power to clean my side of the street so I can go wherever the next adventure
Awesome.
is
And we know you're going
feeling
to that
clean.
Yeah.
I don't have, my kids don't hate me. My grandkids have never seen me like that,
That's awesome.
and I don't have to make those amends. There are a few amends that you know, like one time I found a dude dead in my dining room and we threw him in a dumpster. And 40 years later, I still feel guilty about it. And that's one of the reasons I do service work, because I'm trying to make up for all the shit I did. You know, I can't make amends to that dude. So the only way I can do that is to be good to my brothers and sisters if they need something, if I can help them, if I can feed them, because, you know, I got this thing for feeding people.
Yeah,
You
got
know?
some chili over there.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I mean the Thanksgiving dinners we do up here, the Christmas stuff.
love it.
You know, I did that for 30 years and it kills me I can't do it anymore.
Well,
You know,
you got me
but
here to help. That shit brings back like stuff from my childhood, coming up here for them events and like that.
right.
My family don't do that no more. Like,
Well, when the older ones pass off, the younger ones don't seem to do it. And like for Thanksgiving up here at the club, I always like doing it because when we get sober, a lot of times we've done so much damage that our family don't want us around, man. And the holidays are dangerous times for us. You know, we get melancholy. It's wintertime. People get that seasonal depression and stuff like that. And my family didn't want me around. And I made this my family. You know, and so we could all be here for Thanksgiving. We could all, you know,
that makes total sense.
have a meal. We can be
Yeah.
a family.
I know, I love it. I have my meal here with all you guys, and then I go have a meal with my dad because you don't have anywhere to go either. I told
Bring
to
him
come
here.
Up, I tried to. I tried to all the time, but he just will not come up here. I'm like, man, there's people your age.
Not
Come on, man.
my mom's the same way, baby.
And
She will not come up here.
I think he's kind of like, he's got that social anxiety where he gets around people and
Clams up.
yeah, but like when you get him in like a room with like people he knows and you can't shut the guy up. He's an awesome
Yeah,
guy.
but if we can just get him comfortable, you know. But well, there's all kinds of people that come here. It's not necessarily alcoholics and addicts. A lot of people that still come here are like people like my kids. They grew up here. You know, they went through this whole program with me. They went through my addiction. They went through my recovery. And luckily, my daughter, she knows the program as good as I do.
I think she knows it better than me, that's for sure.
Well, she's been around it longer.
She's been around for a while too.
Yeah.
She's never
She grew up here.
like she never got into addiction.
No, thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. Out of all 4 children that I had, and I had them with an addict, you would think I would have had half, right? At least. Not one of my kids are addicts. Not one.
And I think that's started bringing them here and letting them be involved.
I hope so. I hope so.
I think that's cool.
Now-
I try to get my kid up here.
I think it skipped a generation because I'm really worried for my oldest grandson. He drinks a lot.
Yeah, see, I was just about to say that. My family, when we were talking about like family dinners, like my family, like all the older people, they didn't have they weren't alcoholics, they weren't drug addicts, like they were normal people. And then you got us kids, like you got me, my brother, and we're just drinking,
Partying, smoking weed.
My sister, not so much. She wasn't a partier, but yeah, it's like, and now when it comes to holidays, like there is no one to throw it anymore. My grandma, she's getting too old.
Well, that's what I mean when the older ones, you know, go or they're too old to do it. The traditions fall apart, and that's not good because this world is so screwed up right now. And what we really need is to come together. Instead of fighting each other and seeing what we can get out of each other, we need to help and love each other.
Yes, that's what it is too.
You know?
See so much of
I mean,
that.
damn.
And thank God for my sister. She's been over the years trying to get everyone together. And I don't know. It just sometimes we'll get together, and then sometimes it just don't work out. I don't know. But I got this place to come to.
Yes, you do.
That's what matters because I can't be alone on those days. That's
A lot of us can't.
for sure.
I don't know. I've never been alone because I've always been here, you know. And I'm okay with that. I love it. I love to cook. And I know that a couple hundred people ate that day. It just makes me feel
Yeah, I
good.
bet it does. Yeah, I didn't
Well,
even think about
God has
that.
given us all gifts, okay? And it's up to us to use them. Unfortunately, I can cook.
Yeah, and I think
And,
100 people ate today because of me. Yeah, that's pretty
well, because I cooked it.
awesome. Yeah.
Not because of me, but because I cooked it. Because a lot of people will donate things, and then I'll just make what I can out of,
That's awesome.
and it's always a good throwdown. And I worry all the time. And like I said, putting worst case scenario, and it always works out. Everybody eats. It's all a beautiful
And it
thing.
always turns out good.
And I don't have to clean it up because the younger kids at night in NA, they're glad to help me clean it up. Because, they got something to eat, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just we're
Just
all
works
brothers and
out.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
we're all
I want to go backwards a little
okay.
bit. I got one question. The fourth step.
Yeah.
What do you like? I've heard so many different things, like on how many times you should do this. Like, what is your thing on the fourth step? Like, do you think you should do it every so often?
I do it once a year.
That's yeah. You
I
said
do it on my anniversary month. I do it.
because I've done
It's not a big deal no more.
right.
But back then I used to have notebooks full of crap.
Because I think that, like, with my issue, like, that's part of, like, the problem, like, I'm not, maybe I need to do another fourth step. I've done two in 2 years, and I do my 10th every single night, but there's just some, that,
But do you ever look at that fourth step and say, okay, what was my part in it?
oh, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because it's a lot, seems like most of the time, it's not so much what people did to you, it's your reaction to it.
okay, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
How we perceive certain things.
yeah, I get it.
Just like if you were molested when you were a kid, there ain't shit you can do about that. What are you going to do? Go murder your molester? No. You got to
Forcefully,
let
we
it
can't.
go and make sure you watch the kids, nieces, and nephews and shit around the funny uncle or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
to make sure it don't happen again.
yeah.
But see, you got to remember, sometimes you are just a total innocent victim. Sometimes you played a part in it.
Right.
And you just have to look at, okay, what did was my reactions, what did I do after they did this, and you can kind of work through. That's why it's
That
important to have
makes
a
sense.
sponsor.
Yeah.
A sponsor will help guide you and help you show you or nudge you a little bit about, well, what was your part in this deal?
Yeah. That's
You know?
another thing, man. Sponsor. I think I need to. That's my fault. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. But my sponsor, he got back with his wife, and I don't know. I just feel like I shouldn't bug him as much. And I don't know. I know
You're
I
not
make.
bugging him. Being a sponsor is just as helpful to that person as it is to the person you're trying to help because you're helping each other. And it's like, okay, you remind me of the dumb shit I used to do, and here's what I did to quit doing dumb shit. We help each other. You're not bugging him. Shit, my sponsor made me call her every single day for 7 years. So to teach me that when crap did hit the fan, what would be the first thing I do? Pick up the phone and call her. And if I couldn't get a hold of her, call somebody else.
Yeah, you're right. And
You know what I'm saying? It you just got to keep using them phone numbers till you get to somebody that can
yeah,
help you.
that's probably my issue with
Probably.
not calling my sponsor because I make up these stupid things in my head They
Yeah.
sound alright in my head, but when I say it out loud,
It's like, oh my God,
did
yeah.
I just say that? Like, that don't even make sense. But yeah,
No, you just call that dude.
yeah. Oh, I'm gonna call him today.
Call him every day.
I
Even if
used
it's
to.
just to say, hey, what's up? I'm doing okay today. Are you all right?
Yeah, I used to, and he still sends me like, cause I used to do everything online, before I came here, and
Mm-hmm.
we had this sponsortron thing where like it's not a meeting. We don't do like the readings in the beginning. It's just all going through the 12 steps. That's it.
Oh, cool.
In the big book, and it's a group of people. I think they're in Florida, but yeah, it's a cool thing. But every time he sends it to me, I'm always up here, honestly. But yeah, I miss things like that.
You're like, oh, I ain't got
I
time
wanna,
for that.
yeah,
You have to make time.
I do.
You made time to get high.
Yeah.
You got to make time to recover. And we do recover. It takes a while. It's like how old were you when you started using?
12.
Okay, and you're sober 2 years. All right, you're about 13 years old.
I've heard that before.
Okay. You're a fucking teenager, Mike.
That doesn't make sense because I say like your brain quits
Yeah, yeah.
developing.
Yeah, it does.
It makes sense. It does make sense.
So you're like 13 years old.
I make excuses
That's what I'm saying. You're a
Oh,
teenager.
man. That's funny.
And we have to develop from there. And it's up to us to what we put in.
Yeah.
I choose to put in recovery. I choose to put in people, love, helping.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. But
Just if you don't pick up the first one, you can't get high.
yeah,
You know, all bets are off after you pick up the first one. Call somebody.
After every video,
You know?
I say that.
The number for the Eastside Alamo Club is 757-9123. Whoever answers the phone will talk to you. You don't have to get high today.
Yeah, we do not.
No.
Pick up that phone, and I say it every day, and I don't even take my own advice, people. But then I'll get.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Yeah.
And a lot of my anxiety too. So.
Just like this podcast thing. It's going to take off. It's an awesome idea. Especially for people that are maybe shut-ins or whatever. Just to hear something good. Just to hear that, you don't have to get high today. You don't have to call and have a bottle delivered. There are people who care.
There are lots of them.
Yeah. And I love you.
Oh, yeah. Just for the record, it took me about 6 hours to get back here to record.
Hell, we were doing stuff.
I like the bullshit a lot.
And people like to, say, oh, I can't do it today. Or, oh, yeah, I'll meet you up there and then not show up. But because we're all kids, we're all 13.
That makes total sense.
And we just have to love each other anyway.
Be there for each other.
Yep.
That's just, this program's amazing. This is my first time, I've said it 100 times through this program. It's just crazy. It's amazing.
It really is. And sobriety, recovery, it is an amazing life if you let it be.
And the outside looking in, I used to call you guys crazy. Cult.
Yeah. No cult.
But,
You can have any higher power you choose. It can be, this microphone. As long as it keeps you clean for one more day, nobody cares. And we'll help you and we'll love you until you can love yourself. And we'll help you with the steps. It's just, I've had an amazing life.
this club, huh?
Yes, thanks to this club, but mostly thanks to the people in it. I mean, I love this brick and mortar, but
I heard this place used to be hopping.
oh God,
Every day.
Back in the 90s, man, we had dances every weekend. That's how my daughter met her husband.
Can I ask why they don't do the Saturday dances?
We have an NA meeting at 10
Oh
p.m.
yeah,
every night.
yeah, we do.
So
Can't do that, huh?
that's why.
Someone I
We
only
do it every once in a while, but
I only heard that because someone was actually just talking about the dances.
well, I think they're going to have a Halloween dance.
That'd be cool.
I think NA is having a Halloween dance. I think the
Yeah.
26th, because that's also the day of the Michigan State game. And we'll have a little party up here,
Yeah.
and I'll cook
Is the
something.
club having something going
More
on?
than likely, yeah, we usually do.
I love Halloween.
I do too. It's my favorite
Mine
holiday.
too. Mine too.
Better than
Freddy
Christmas.
Krueger this year.
Oh, you're going to Freddy Krueger it this year?
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know what I'm going to do yet.
And the last thing I want to ask, let's just give these people 3 things you're grateful
Oh my God.
for.
It's hard to say. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my club family. I'm grateful that my car's insured and I have a home. There's food in it. The gas, lights, and water's all on. I don't have to scam anybody anymore. There's just so many things I'm grateful for. It's just unbelievable. I mean, God, my having a legal car was a big deal for me. Because, I'd go pay for a week's insurance, get the plates, and call that shit a wrap.
And a legal, valid license.
Oh, well, no, I've always had a valid license. Thank you, God. But, I've turned on the lights before, turned the gas back on, turned on the water. I'm a homeowner, for Christ's sake. It's just, I'm so grateful. That
awesome.
normal people don't even, although normal's the setting on a washing machine. Just so you know. I don't think really anybody's normal.
What is normal?
Of setting on a washing machine. Because every single person in this life, whether we're an addict or not, has issues. Because life just happens.
Yeah.
And as addicts, we chose to get high to not deal with it. And now we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's not so bad.
It is not. It really ain't.
It's
It
not
really
so
isn't.
bad.
And it's something I can live with.
Exactly.
Because we don't have to keep it up here no more. We let that shit out and we let it go.
Turn it over and let it go.
Hand that shit over to our higher power and get on with our day.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an honor. I
No,
absolutely love you.
It's been an honor for me.
Thank you all. Yeah, it's been an amazing day. Hope you all got something out of this. I really
Me too.
do.
Me too.
This has been an amazing talk. Keep pushing one day at a time. And remember, we are not alone anymore. Pick up that phone. She gave you the number. And, you can always message me. Please do. Just don't sit inside your head. And it's just a bad, bad place. But I love you all. And thank you all. Peace.
Yeah, we don't have to die today.